Hey, welcome to Papa John's World. Here's my homemade tractor forks. One of the viewers wanted to know a little bit about them, and we actually made them for clearing some brush on a neighboring acreage when we used to farm. But originally, these forks were about another 2 feet longer. They were almost 5 feet long, and I was popping little trees out of the ground with a dozer. And Cindy was actually driving this and picking up the trees and piling them up, and then we burned them when we were done. But after we moved out here and we didn't do brush and stuff like that anymore, I cut about 24 inches off. So they're about 31 inches. That seems to be a pretty good length for logs. They could be a little shorter, wouldn't hurt nothing. And this is, it's what it is. I think it's 1.5 inch double extra heavy pipe. And you can see here, this one's bent down a little bit, that one's up, and that one's up, and that one's down. The corners take a little more abuse, but you can see the wall thickness. There's about a 1 inch dirt plug in that one, and they're about 3/8 thick wall pipe. They're pretty stout. And then this, of course, I build stuff out of what I have. This was 2.5 by 2.5 by 3/8 angle iron, and you just need enough gap underneath that on that pipe to fit over your bucket lip. And then if you can look in the bottom of my bucket, there's a couple of holes, one on each side, and those holes line up with this hole right here. I just keep a couple of 1/2 inch carriage bolts, and I put them up through the bottom of the bucket, and then put this inside the bucket. And you can see it's kind of sucked my bucket down. And I've been running this for about 6 years, so they're pretty darn tough, and it works pretty good. And there is another way you could attach them to your bucket if you didn't want to drill the holes. And what you do is just weld a 5/16 chain on the back of this, run it underneath the bucket, and bring it up to a backwards hook, a weld-on hook, and then do a small chain boomer. So you can wrap the chain around the back of the bucket, boom them on each side. They'll stay there good, and it don't take a ton to hold them there. Once that lip's underneath the angle iron, you're spreading the weight all the way across the bucket, so it's never really damaged the bucket. And I've stiffened mine up. There's a video on kind of some repair on that bucket, but let's go ahead and put this on, and you can see how long it takes me to put it on. So I just carry a couple of 3/4 inch wrenches. It'd be faster with a ratchet. These bolts take a little bit of a beating if you're loading other things like rocks or something like that. Where you got this on. This kind of ruins the cutting edge on the front of your bucket, as far as you can't really get dirt and stuff to go in the bucket when the forks are on. Okay, that's all there is to it, to putting the forks on the bucket. I don't know, it'd take me 2 minutes maybe. And like I said, if you don't want to put the hole in your bucket, just do a chain that hangs out the bottom, and you can just snap a boomer on the back side of the bucket, and they don't get in your way for anything. And as long as it holds it tight to the cutting edge, you're good. You can do anything with them you want. Well, that's my homemade DIY bucket fork, and I can stab a pallet with these two and pick up a pallet. Not super heavy, because you're another 20 inches out from your back plate, so they do decrease your capacity over a set of true forks. If you know, always if you had a druthers, you could probably, the forks you could buy, but it's tough to find implements that go on these older John Deeres like this. So anyway, thanks for watching Papa John's World. Have fun making the stuff you need to do what you need to do, and be safe.